Between an all-new vehicle's debut and its replacement with a fully redesigned model, it typically receives a mid-cycle refresh. The manufacturer updates a few bolt-on, easily changed bits, such as bumpers and exterior lights, to achieve a slightly fresher appearance, and maybe it swaps in some new paint colors, wheel designs, and new features, too. It's all usually just enough to tide a car over a few more years. For 2023, BMW put its relatively new X7 three-row luxury SUV through the rigmarole, stuffing in an all-new dashboard topped by its latest displays, replacing the 6- and 8-cylinder engines with new ones, and offering the brand's first-ever 23-inch wheel option. The lineup shrinks from 3 main variants to 2, the 6-cylinder X7 xDrive 40i and the 8-cylinder X7 M60. Maybe the new BMW X7 was updated just because of the face change. All this newness serves to counterbalance the 2023 BMW X7's most arresting update, its face. We're not saying a conspiracy is afoot, but just look at the X7. BMW going well beyond the usual spate of mid-cycle changes 3 years into the new 2019 X7's existence has us rubbing our chins and thinking maybe, just maybe, there were some reservations in Munich about how the brutalist mug would play with customers. After all, BMW's designers appear to have put the pre-refresh X7's headlights, fog lights, intakes, and kidney grills in a blender, then splattered it all over the SUV's nose. The treatment mimics what BMW did to the latest 7 Series sedan and its electric counterpart, the i7. We're still not quite sure what to make of it all yet. But one thing's for sure, it's hard not to notice the new X7. The 2023 BMW X7's cabin remains on the tighter side among full-size luxury 3-row SUVs, but BMW's changes have made it a whole lot nicer overall. The ride and handling improve thanks to a retuned, and standard, 4-corner air suspension, adaptive dampers, and rear-wheel steering, standard on the M60, optional on the xDrive 40i, and a pair of new engines that replace last year's turbocharged i6 and twin-turbo V8 choices bring a lot more muscle. While the sales volume leading X7, the 6-cylinder model, retains its xDrive 40i moniker, the V8 model adopts a new xDrive M60 badge. A brief spin in the 523 horsepower M60, though fun, mostly reinforced how strong the volume seller i6 engine is. The 6-cylinder engine itself isn't new, but it is new to the X7, and runs the Miller combustion cycle for reduced fuel consumption, in addition to sporting 48-volt mild hybrid augmentation. It delivers 40 horsepower more than the inline 6 it replaces, bringing its total output to 375 horsepower and 398 pounds-to-foot of torque. The majority of X7s are so equipped, and now surge forward with gusto and plenty of power for family hauling duties. BMW claims the new 6-cylinder X7 is half a second quicker to 60 miles per hour, reaching that speed in 5.8 seconds. As ever, BMW's powertrain polish is excellent, with the i6 delivering a muted but pleasant snarl and area vibration, and pairing beautifully with the retuned 8-speed automatic transmission. The M60's 4.4-liter V8 engine is new, too, but produces the same 523 horsepower and 553 pounds-to-foot of torque as the old X7 M50i's engine. The previously available X7 xDrive 50i with a lower output V8 disappears from the lineup. With the M60, you really should have a good reason for needing that extra power before you splurge on it, though it also comes with a host of M-performance bits and a firmer suspension tune. Both the i6 and V8 are augmented by a 48-volt mild hybrid setup incorporating a 12-horsepower, 148 pound-to-foot electric motor sandwiched between them and the transmission. Not only does this boost low engine speed torque, it delivers seamless engine stop-start capability for saving fuel when stationary as well. In the meantime, both engines are more efficient than the ones they replace, elevating fuel economy figures across the board by 1 mile per gallon. BMW is proud of the newly available 23-inch wheels, a rim size first for the marque, and though we'd probably skip them, can you imagine replacing a 23-inch tire? They highlighted the improvements made to the X7's ride. The 2023 BMW X7's cabin sees an even more thorough changeover than the brutalist schnoz, adopting a new dashboard with a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster and 14.9-inch touchscreen from the 9 electric SUV. Those two displays live in a single curved glass panel, leaving very few physical buttons elsewhere on the dashboard. A volume knob lives next to some defroster controls below the central screen, headlight controls live to the left of the steering wheel, and that's it. The center console plays host to the starter button, as well as ride height, drive mode, and shortcut buttons and the iDrive control knob to key menus. Integrating what BMW refers to as its operating system 8, which is both a software and hardware designation for its latest displays and their underlying electrical architecture, was more involved than finding someplace to mount those screens. Regardless of the effort, the result appears effortless. These screens look as though they belonged here all along. Whereas some refreshed cars' late-add displays can look tacked on or strange, the X7's all-new dashboard looks like it was designed from the outset with these displays in mind. The screen's graphics are sharp, too, as is the touchscreen's response to inputs. BMW incorporated a few new features, too, including a trailer backup assist that utilizes the iDrive knob or on-screen touch inputs to steer a trailer where you want it to go when backing up, expanded sensor capabilities for the collision warning system, and enhanced learning capabilities with which drivers can record low-speed parking movements, say, pulling into their driveway and garage, and be able to exit the X7 and send it on its way. Standard equipment grows more generous as well, with every X7 getting heated front seats, a Sensatech, faux leather, wrapped dashboard, keyless comfort access, a panoramic sunroof, 4-zone climate control, and a wireless phone charger. Pricing for the 2023 BMW X7 comes in at $78,845 for the xDrive 40i, while the more powerful M60 starts at $104,095. Both prices include a relatively modest, for 2022, at least, $995 destination and delivery charge. Remember, the X7 is built right in America. If you dig the new look, the X7 is notably better than it was before, with better engines, better ride quality, and better tech. It's so much more than a typical refresh, even if we wish the styling hadn't gone as far as the other changes. Subscribe to our channel to get the fastest and most accurate information about cars and the latest technologies.